everybody. Happy Friday.
Cheers to Friday. Cheers to Memorial Day weekend.
We were sorry that we were late, but we decided to go out for dinner, and we went to Greek Corner in Carmel Mountain.
Yes.
We hadn't been there for a long time.
It's been a long, long time.
It was actually pretty good and reasonably priced.
Yes, indeed. Greek Corner, Carmel Mountain Ranch.
I had the falafel sandwich, and you had the...
Gyros.
Gyros, yes. And we both had one Stone IPA.
Correct.
Yes. So, good food, reasonably priced. I'll go back another time.
Absolutely.
Yes. All right. Well, tonight is the kickoff to Memorial Day weekend. And this is the time to pause and be grateful and remember the people who paid the ultimate price for our freedom.
Yes.
And also to appreciate that freedom by spending time with your family and friends or whatever loved ones you choose to, or however you like to spend your time and enjoy your freedom. This is the time.
Yes.
Yes.
Be free.
Yes.
Enjoy.
And it's also the unofficial kickoff to summer.
That's what they always say.
I think officially summer doesn't start until maybe June 20th or so, but
21st, I believe.
okay, well, I'm good to start summer now, so let's go on and do it then.
We seem to, as a culture, we seem to measure summer between Memorial and Labor Day.
All right, well, hello summer. Here we go.
Here it comes.
All right, well, let's do Market Watch. We'll get that out of the way, and then we'll get to the fun stuff. We're going to talk about the real estate market for 1 minute.
Look out, weekend.
Yes, and I'm going to...
Because here we come. Look out, because weekends were made for fun.
I'm going to, and this is a long weekend too. I'm going to try not to talk, which is sometimes a challenge for me, but all right, here we go.
All right,
Okay, and go.
Okay, so this week in San Diego real estate, the number of homes for sale continued to climb. We were talking about flirting with 3,000 homes for sale a few weeks ago, and now here we are flirting with 4,000. However, all the numbers are up. New listings are up. Pending sales are up. Closed sales are up. So as long as pending sales continue to remain close to new listings, the total number of homes for sale would not really affect the supply-demand curve that much, although increasing number of homes for sale does give buyers slightly more options, so we like to see that, although pending sales and new listings have been doing this dance for quite a few months. Rates were down this week, which is phenomenal. Good news for buyers. It's definitely heating things up out there. And median price, of course, as you remember, was up again last month. And that's what's happening this week.
All right, you made it just in time.
I try.
Okay, so we're going to talk about weekend events. And I don't have a slide for this one, but I just wanted to mention that if you want to see fireworks, SeaWorld is having fireworks, let's see, every night from, oh gosh, I don't have my glasses.
What happened to your
This
glasses?
is terrible. I have to find some glasses.
Oh, no. Those are, okay, there you go, okay.
No, that's not going to work. Never mind.
Oh.
Hang on. Sorry, folks. Okay. These glasses will work. Oh, okay. Saturday through Monday. And they'll start 10 minutes prior to park close, which is at 9 p.m. So I guess that means 8:50. Oh, you look cool in those.
Do I?
Yeah.
I've always wanted some tinted sort of sunglasses.
Well, I guess you could borrow those, but you might have to wear contacts.
Yeah, these aren't my prescription. I can't see jack diddly, you know what.
All right. Oh, well, okay. You know what? I made a mistake. We're not ready to talk about weekend events yet. So go ahead with the fireworks. That's cool. But I meant to show, so we went and checked out the Lennar Homes new development. We're still talking about real estate. We're still on the real estate page. So let me turn off this timer. You know, as you guys probably know, there's these new developments in Carmel Mountain Ranch. So where there used to be golf course, there's now all kinds of different homes being built and parks and stuff. So I'm just going to play this, but it just opened up. They took away the no trespassing signs. And it kind of seemed like maybe people shouldn't be in there because it seems sort of dangerous, lots of construction happening and stuff. But nobody stopped us. There were no, cones making us not go there or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's the old clubhouse there.
Still there, yeah.
So this is the Lavender development. A bunch of condos. Are they townhomes or condos? Lavender.
I think officially they're townhomes.
Okay. So we were walking through this construction site yesterday, and some of the homes are all the way built. Some are, as you can see here, on the ground floor. The clubhouse was supposed to have been taken down, and it's still
Long
there.
time ago, yeah.
There's some telecom stuff that they're still waiting for it to
Yeah.
get taken
They're
down.
waiting for AT&T and Verizon to get off their butts and finish whatever they need to finish.
So this is just sort of like raw video of us walking around town. Somebody had written some rude graffiti on the clubhouse, which I'm not sure what even that means. But
Well, who knows? No.
all right. Oh, okay. So that was Lavender, and this is going to be too long. I'm not going to play all of it, but this is Marlowe, and these are like $1.4 million homes here.
These are detached condos, so they're large homes, but they're very close to each other.
They're like 3 stories tall or something.
Yeah, they're 3 stories tall,
I'm not sure why we've.
and they're 20. It's spinning.
Oh, okay.
They are 2,400-ish plus square feet, and I believe the starting price for one of these is in the high 1.3s or low 1.4s. I don't know why that's not doing its. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
And anyone who knows me knows that I'm keenly interested in construction and home improvement. So walking through here and seeing the bones of these things and the pipes and the electrical stuff and all the stacks of drywall and
PEX tubing.
rolls
You were
of
interested in the
PEX tubing. Yes. Well, that's because I just, well, I'm always interested in plumbing stuff, but last weekend I spent some time running some PEX tubing through the attic. It's not hooked up to anything yet, but we are preparing to reroute pipes that are in our slab and doing that with PEX tubing. Very, very useful, handy stuff.
Well, I was hoping do have some models built here too, and I was hoping to get to the models, but unfortunately my phone died before I got to the models.
Yeah.
So we'll have to walk back to get to those.
But this is really a sort of a monumental milestone for folks that have lived in CMR, and
they're letting us see what they've been. I mean, we have drone footage of it, but we haven't been able to get down on the ground and see what they're doing in there.
And the other thing I will point out is that over here on your left, these are existing homes in CMR. These have been here for 30 plus years. And this, from this back fence to, here is, I think, 50 feet or less.
Those are the models too, right there. And I was
Yeah.
about to get to those when my phone died, but we'll go back.
So anyway, it's curious or interesting, I guess, to walk through here, and you see the backs of all the homes that you've been driving by the fronts of for all these years. And, on the one hand, you feel for these folks, but then I will say some of these homes need some work.
Some of you folks, if you want to be complaining about, everybody being good neighbors and stuff, y'all maybe need to work on your fences or, show a little bit of pride in your property and get some things fixed up.
Most of these homes are looking pretty good. Some of them are looking rather shabby. And if you need a referral to good termite people or somebody to fix up the wood on the back of your house, now would be the time to maximize that property value.
That's right.
Because all these folks are complaining about looking at these people, but these people may soon be complaining about looking at you.
Well, everybody just do your best, and
I am coming at this with a positive mindset and welcoming our new neighbors.
Welcome, new folks in Marlowe, Lavender.
Welcome to Carmel Mountain Ranch. We hope you love it as much as we have all these years,
Yes.
and you certainly paid your dues in terms of purchase price to be here. So.
All right. Well, we had already gotten started on weekend events. I talked about the fireworks. Now let's talk about some festivities around town.
Festivities.
Now in the Gas Lamp, they're claiming that they're having tomorrow night America's best party.
Wow.
And that's a pretty tall claim.
That's a tall claim.
Now this does look like a good party.
Oh my gosh.
So this is multi venues, there's all kinds of stuff going on all over Gas Lamp. So this is the lineup of artists, and I got to tell you, maybe I'm just old, but I don't know. I don't recognize any of these names. I'm sure they're all really good, but I haven't heard of them yet. These are all the folks, all the venues where they're going to be having stuff happening.
A party for the young.
It's an electrifying all-day affair featuring a selection of San Diego's premier venues in the Gas Lamp Quarter.
I got chills.
Okay.
They're multiplying.
All right, let's check out tickets. Let's see how much it costs to attend this affair.
And I'm losing control.
Okay. All right. What does this say? Oh my, that looks inappropriate. I'm not even sure what that means.
FOMO LFG.
Okay.
That pack, the F FOMO LFG package is $85.
Okay, and if you want to get a 6-pack of the F whatever this is, F Star CK FOMO LFG packet party pack, that's $495. Let's see, the bus is $5. All right, okay, yeah, all right. Have
All
fun,
right,
folks
so
who are attending this
85
party.
bucks, but quad pack for the F FOMO LFG quad pack, $330. So if you want to bring you and 3 friends, it's $330. If you want to bring you and 5 friends, $495.
All right.
If you just want to go on your own and see what
Make
happens,
some new friends.
F FOMO, baby.
All right. Okay, so here's something that's a little bit more
Fear of
yeah,
okay.
not YOLO, but FOMO.
Fear of missing out.
Yeah. A little bit more, I don't want to say dignified, maybe chilled out or less off the hook, off the chain, less LFG.
A little more
Yeah.
tame. Tame.
We have Legacy Week at the Midway Museum.
Probably more my speed, actually.
Yeah, so
Somewhere in between, though.
yeah, they've got a lot of honoring our heroes, Memorial Day weekend stuff happening at the Midway.
I don't want to just be like, FOMO!
No, let's keep it a little bit classy. I mean, we want to have fun, but also
But I also
keep it
don't
classy.
want to be like, let's go to the
Yeah.
museum.
So according to the Midway Museum, this is the centerpiece of Memorial Day celebrations in San Diego.
We need something for the Gen Xers.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, this is fine. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Anyway, yeah, so presented by Bank of America. There's we have a Remembrance Wall exhibit, Top Gun Party and Movie Night. Oh, sold out. Oh, man. There's a bunch of stuff going on here. It looks like you could jump in a bunch of different, there's a wreath ceremony. It seems like there's stuff both celebratory and somber happening on the Midway all Memorial Day weekend, so check that out.
Yeah, there's always the somber aspect, and that is, of course, because Memorial Day, as you mentioned, does honor those who paid the price for America's freedom.
Yeah, so it's, you're trying to remember and honor the folks, but also enjoy the freedom. So it's kind of
In my view, most of those folks would want you to party. They'd want you to have a good time, I think.
okay, well,
Unless they were, stuffy people. But I think most people who go to the Great Beyond, I choose to think they'd want us to have a good time in their absence while remembering them.
well, this is the weekend to do it. And, I don't plan on going to any of these events. We're just going to chill at home, have some time with our family. And on Sunday, we did get invited to a barbecue with some fun friends that we're planning to attend. So just as an aside, if you were planning to ask Eric to show you homes on Sunday, please don't ask him to show you anything after 2 p.m. because we're going to be enjoying some time with friends.
Yes.
Yes.
I do have some showings set up tomorrow for sure. And Sunday, you may have to check out the open house scene because I might not be available. But I'll certainly be available to write those offers Sunday night and Monday.
All right, well, this is a bit of a non sequitur, but I found this article about places in San Diego County that are often mispronounced.
Mispronouncing things is my specialty.
You love it when I remind you to.
Etc.
Just a little note. It's etc. But
Pistachio.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe on the
Almond.
left. Yeah. Okay. Some of these are East Coast, West Coast things, but I'm pretty sure etc. There's no
Etc.
Yeah, okay.
Etc.
So most of these I've never had a problem with, although a couple, like when we first moved to San Diego, Hamishaw and Hamul and Hakamba, those tripped me up.
Those tripped me up for the first couple of years.
Rancho,
I was like, Jamacha?
yeah. Rancho Penasquitos, I've never mispronounced that, but we did when we first moved to San Diego, or we first started with McMillan Realty in Carmel Mountain Ranch. There was an agent, I'm not going to say her name, but she lived in Rancho Penasquitos, and she pronounced it Penasquitos.
Penasquitos.
Penasquitos. No Rancho, just Penasquitos.
Penasquitos.
And I guess if you've lived there all your life, you can pronounce it however you want, but it's
Rancho Penasquitos.
Yeah, okay.
Now, an interesting aside about Rancho Penasquitos, the original developments were built there, and the money to fund the development was borrowed from the Teamsters Pension Fund. And the Teamsters Union at that time was chaired by Mr. Jimmy Hoffa, who made a lot of greasy Teamster pension fund loans, which is one of the reasons he may have been disappeared the way he was. But Penasquitos was...
or Rancho Penasquitos.
Rancho Penasquitos.
Okay, let's move on to some good news.
Indeed,
Ready?
good news.
Now, they're opening an In-N-Out Burger in the College area.
Oh yeah, I saw this.
Yeah, it's good. Which is really good news for us because we didn't even ask to do this, but somehow we've been, we're now included in the Aztec Parent Association.
That's us.
We're Aztec parents. We're in the
Aztec
association.
parents.
We're getting emails and texts and everything.
And I haven't even given him any money
We
yet.
did give them some money.
Did we?
Yeah. I gave John my card for SDSU orientation.
Oh.
We gave them a few $100s to get involved in the
That's just
organization.
the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
I don't suppose that comes off the total.
No,
Okay.
that's on top of.
Okay.
But we do get to attend an all-day orientation in July to find out, what we have to do to be Aztec parents, which is separate from John's student orientation. So they want the parents and the student to show up, and they're separate orientations.
Yes.
We had to pay for all of us, but I'm sure it'll be very good, and there's lunch included.
It's interesting because when we went to college, the university didn't want anything to do with our parents.
Maybe our parents just didn't want, I don't know whether it was the parents didn't want anything to do with the university or vice versa, but I don't think my parents ever went to anything.
Not involved at all.
No,
I
not
was
at all.
so when I learned, when I'm hearing John's going to college in the fall, I assume that all we've got to do is write a check and he's off.
But no, we've already been to a bunch of stuff,
yeah.
multiple events, Zoom meetings. We've got a bunch of more stuff lined up.
Right.
Stuff I didn't even know what it means. Like we're supposed to go to a convocation. And I had to ask the folks we were at a commuter student success seminar this week. They had a flyer up about convocation. I had to ask them what that was.
It's the culmination. The convocation is the culmination of the beginning of the school year.
Well, apparently it's the opposite of a graduation. It's the celebration of the beginning of the journey. Yeah,
yes, so it's the culmination of the journey up to that point.
Yes.
Where graduation is the culmination of the previous.
Right. Well, as Aztec Association parents, we're supposed to go to all this stuff. But now we will be able to eat at In-N-Out Burger, which is near the college area.
Which you don't have to be an Aztec parent to do. But
I can't believe they didn't already have one. Yeah. So I looked at the map, and it's right over, we're in the way. Let me move us out of the way. It's over here. Parking 4 is here.
Okay.
The computer science building is over here. See, I'm a good Aztec parent. I already know where the best parking lot is and where the computer science building is.
Yeah, parking 4 is supposed to be the best lot. That's quite a little walk there.
Well, it's not too bad. It's about twice the walk from P4 to the computer science building. So, if you
John won't mind doing it.
No, he's fit and he likes In-N-Out Burger.
Yes.
And here's just, Aztec parents. I guess we don't want to belabor this, but I'm hoping that since San Diego State is known as like a top party school, that the parent association, there's going to be some party folks in there too.
I would hope so.
These people look like they like to party.
Yes, let's party.
So let's party. We'll figure it out at orientation.
The one thing that we've already learned about the incoming freshman class at SDSU is the average GPA of an incoming freshman at San Diego State University is, wait for it, 4.1. 4.1.
And that's not what you'd expect. I mean, you think, CSU, it's a party school, you just have to, send in the application and you're good. Not anymore. They have a lot of people applying and they only pick the best ones. And so it's actually a very exclusive group that are going now.
San Diego State is a very exclusive school because, the average GPA is 4.1. And I'm guessing with that kind of GPA, in high school, you're not messing around. You're not like.
How could you?
You're not like a lot of the people that I went into the dorms with in college. You're there to. I mean,
you know how to get top grades consistently.
Or you've been buttoned down for the last 4 years, and you're going to go nuts when you get to college.
Maybe, but you've been handling your business. So
you sure have.
Folks can keep doing it.
Yeah, it's really interesting because the students going to SDSU are the cream of the crop. These are the best students in the country or in the state, whatever. So we're We're proud to be a part of it.
Well, if they're like John, they're folks who really know how to handle their business, but also know how to have a good time.
Yes.
So, yeah. Okay, let's move on. Now, Fashion Valley, they're going to be replacing the J.C. Penney with 1,250 luxury, 850. Sorry, I couldn't read my own writing.
Luxury.
850 luxury residents. Now, I don't know how this is going to happen. How are you going to fit 850 homes into a J.C. Penney space?
Well, it's probably about a 15,000 square foot footprint. And then if you build it up several stories, you're going to get quite a few units.
They didn't show us any plans or floor plans or anything like that, or even just a general thing. But, we've been kind of hypothesizing and speculating all this empty mall space. Well, they're probably going to make it into residential. Well, here you go. I don't know how it's going to happen. It sounds a bit ambitious to me, but JCPenney moving out in 2025, luxury residences moving in, apparently.
Well, this is going to keep happening.
Yeah.
It's going to keep happening because the state of California has mandated to the cities of California, you must build X number of units. And
they're trying to squish them in wherever they can. And you just saw us, with our video of here in CMR.
Well, what's happening is the state of California is trying to build its way to housing affordability. And if you look at the real estate market, how's that working out for you? It
just keeps going up. Yeah.
We've been trying to build our way to affordability since 1840, and it hasn't quite worked yet. So maybe packing the floodplain there in Mission Valley.
Oh, that's true. That is a floodplain.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I'll be interested. I hope that somebody I know or I can meet somebody who moves in here, because I'm really interested to see what a luxury dwelling in Fashion Valley Mall looks like. I can't imagine it, but I hope it's nice and I hope folks like it.
It looks like an apartment.
Okay. So we're going to go down a rabbit hole now, and it's not something that you're expecting, but I think you'll be...
I don't even know what this is.
Yeah. I thought about this one a lot, and I have a lot to say about it, and a lot of the things I have to say I shouldn't say. So I'm going to try and just, choose my words and...
I'll fill in the blanks.
Okay. So Apple Music revealed their top 10 albums of all time.
Oh.
And they didn't really tell us exactly what their criteria were. It's not the top 10 best selling or whatever. They seem to have kind of a mix of... They chose in a black box, Apple Music, their top 10 albums of all time.
As Apple tends to do things inside of this mysterious box that you can't access.
So some of the albums I agree with should be in the top 10. I don't know about the order. And some of them I'm like, dang, folks, maybe these are good or maybe they are good, but they should not be in the top 10. And I'm not going to judge any of them. I'm not going to say which. But instead of deciding to judge or, anything like that, I made my own top 10, which I will reveal later.
Okay.
Actually, it's top 11 because I couldn't flip them all into 10. But
I'm going to try to keep a poker face during this.
Okay. So here are Apple Music's top 10 albums of all time.
Poker face.
Yes. We're not going to say anything bad about any of these.
Okay.
But we're just going to talk about our own favorites.
You're not going to say anything bad.
Okay. All right. That's true. You didn't pick.
All right.
Okay. So we're going to count down. Number 10, Lemonade by Beyonce. Number 9, Nevermind by Nirvana. Number 8, Back to Black by Amy Winehouse. 7, Kendrick Lamar. Now I'm gonna break my rule a little bit. West Coast hip hop elders like Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre anointed Lamar to carry on the legacy of gangsta rap.
I never heard that they said that, but
I didn't hear it either, but they're not in the top 10, okay? Dre, Snoop, not represented. If we're anointing someone to carry on the legacy, why aren't we, recognizing the OGs?
True.
Okay, Songs in the Key of Life, Stevie Wonder. All right, I'd say that's probably got a space in the top 10.
Who?
He's not even related to Billy Ocean. Okay. Frank Ocean. Now, I have to tell you that I have wondered who is Frank Ocean, and I listened to his whole album while I was walking to the library. And I'm not going to say anything other than I think there are a lot of artists who should have had their album in the top 10 above this one.
I'll check it out.
Okay. Purple Rain, hell yeah, you got to be in there, top 10, Purple Rain.
Sure.
Yeah. Abbey Road, I'm not a huge Beatles fan, but I would agree, very influential, groundbreaking music, deserves to be in the top 10.
Absolutely.
Thriller, Michael Jackson.
Naturally.
Okay, number 1, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Now, a great album, very influential, groundbreaking, raw. Number 1 best album of all time.
This is my poker face.
Okay, and I listened to this whole album as well this week. There's some good songs on there, and some of those songs are in my top thumbs up albums on Pandora. But I would not pick this album as number 1 best of all time. Great album, yes.
There's
best
a
ever?
lot
I
of
don't
shit
know.
missing from this list.
Okay, so I chose my top 10, and also I probably shouldn't have spent as much time on this as I did because I had more important things that I should have been doing, but instead I went on Canva and made my own slide of my top 10.
Well, I think it's important that you not impose things like should onto yourself. If you felt like you needed to do it, then it was worth it.
So these albums, there's a variety of criteria. Some of them are my favorites that I listen to all the time, and some of them are a reaction to this top 10. And I'm thinking, well, okay, so they have this album and this artist, whereas I think they should have had this other album and artist that were more influential, better, more groundbreaking, influenced more people. So my criteria is kind of a mix. Okay, so you ready to see my top 10?
Sure.
Okay, and you could probably do your own top 10 later.
I'm
but
sure
here's
I could.
mine. Okay. All right, I'm going to present this. And these are not in any particular order because it would have taken me more time to say, I'm going to let you look at my top. Look, I had to pick 11 too because I couldn't
Michael
shoehorn
Bolton,
10.
this is the Time Christmas album. That's your number 11. That's a good one.
And it's not in any particular order. So you peruse, you can critique,
Well-
roast my top 11 here.
Thriller is obviously in there. I'm glad to see Alan Parsons' I, Robot in there. That is a phenomenal and groundbreaking album that if you haven't heard it, you've got to go back and listen to it. You're going to say, hey, this sounds like such and such, but then look what year it was recorded because it came first. So I, Robot by Alan Parsons Project, definitely in my top 10. Steely Dan, Asia, absolutely in the top 10. The Chronic, 100% before. I mean, Kendrick Lamar. I mean, if you're going to put Kendrick Lamar in the top 10 of all time and then not put Dr. Dre, I mean, Dr. Dre is...
That's a huge diss. I mean, you're not gonna
groundbreaking
recognize
artist.
Dr. Dre.
Groundbreaking artist. Stardust by Willie Nelson, definitely phenomenal record in its beauty and simplicity. Purple Rain by Prince definitely had a huge impact on society. Private Dancer, Tina
So
Turner.
I included Tina and Madonna because they had some other artists, lady artists in the top 10 that I believe were more influential and groundbreaking, or excuse me, I think Tina and Madonna are more influential and groundbreaking than some of the other artists that we saw in Apple Music's top 10.
I would, I mean, it's hard because you've only got 10 here, but if you're, I mean, and also across many genres. I mean, I think Heart's Dreamboat Annie is a great female representation of rock.
That's a good one too.
Yeah. Mirror, Conspiracy by Thievery Corporation. If you haven't checked out Thievery Corporation, I would say absolutely check them out. They've been around since the 90s.
It was hard to pick one album. For me, it was between this and Cosmic Game, but there's so many good songs over so many, they're very genre bending and they have different artists coming and going. I picked that one, but you could pick other Thievery albums as well.
And then 100%, this is the Time Christmas album by Michael Bolton.
That's probably our most played album in this house.
If you want to listen to Christmas music, you might as well listen to that because there's nobody on the planet that sings a better Christmas song than Michael Bolton. Then, of course, Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon. I mean, I would have a really hard time getting it down to 10. Yeah. I really would. There's a lot of artists I personally would add, but not necessarily because they belong in society's top 10, but they would be in my top 10. But as far as society as a whole, I think these are good. These are good.
I think, better than Apple Music's top 10, right?
Well, you know what I find interesting is that somehow the Rolling Stones don't make it into either.
Man, I love the Rolling Stones too.
I know. It's just that
if I'd made it a top 12, we would have put Stones in
Well,
there.
the Rolling Stones are a great band, but not necessarily. They don't have. I mean, they have lots of great albums, but when you think of an album, it's a collection of. I mean, a great album is a collection of songs that has a theme possibly and influences culture. Rolling Stones albums are collections of great songs.
Well, if I had to do a top 12 albums, I would put the Stones in there.
Yeah, I would. I'd maybe stick. What is the Let It Bleed or Exile on Main Street? Those are great Stones albums.
And as well, we probably should put a Led Zeppelin album in here too.
House is the Holy, Physical Graffiti, sure. Led Zeppelin 3. Yeah, there's lots of great albums that could be in here, and then you gotta. There's a lot of other ones too, but this is a good list.
All right, thank you.
Better than
apples.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So if you're watching, thank you, and please let us know in the comments what albums did we miss that you think should be in the top 10 best albums of all time.
Of all time.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Oh, let me see. Okay.
How long have we been yakking away here?
No. So one more thing. Let's go to Indiana, where a judge has ruled that tacos are Mexican-style sandwiches. Now, this does seem somewhat controversial. So there's this, it's like a mall or a strip mall in Indiana. And there's some kind of a rule that you can't have any fast food restaurants unless they're sandwich places. They have to be made to order sandwich restaurants, which seems kind of weird to me, but whatever. So a judge decreed that they can have this Mexican restaurant because, let's see, the court agrees with Quintana that tacos and burritos are Mexican-style sandwiches. Yeah.
Actually, a torta is a Mexican-style sandwich.
That's true. So they're arguing that a tortilla is a kind of a flatbread.
That's interesting. I mean, because what is a taco? Is it a sandwich? Is it a wrap?
I don't know.
It's nothing. It's a taco. A taco is a taco.
I've never been to Indiana, and I can't imagine their Mexican food is similar to San Diego Mexican food.
I don't know.
This judge says that tacos are sandwiches.
Well, I mean, if you want to count a sandwich as a collection of ingredients surrounded by bread, a tortilla is certainly a bread-like substance. Right. It's certainly got carbs in it. So that's burrito, though.
Burrito, I don't know. That's a tough one. Is a burrito a sandwich?
Well,
it's kind of a wrap, I guess. And is a wrap a sandwich?
I was going to say, if any of these other places are serving wraps, then you have to allow burritos.
Yeah, okay.
But technically, a torta.
That's a sandwich.
It is absolutely a sandwich. It's a Mexican sandwich.
Yes.
And they're damn good. They put them
Some guac
between
in
the
there.
Tolera roll. I got some guacamole, some beans, some shredded lettuce, and then
Some
queso and the protein of your choice.
Yeah.
I like sometimes to get crazy when I go to Jalapeno and tell them.
Art. A taco is a taco. It is what it is.
Right. And the ball ain't nothing.
SOCKS.
The ball ain't nothing till you call it. But I will say that sometimes, well, not sometimes, once or twice I've gone into Jalapeno and I've been like, look, can you make me a fish torta?
Fish sando?
Yeah, it's like take the fish that you were going to put in my fish taco and put it in a torta.
Would they look at you sideways or they?
Well, the guy, Robert Maldonado, the guy, I think he's the owner of Jalapeno. Sometimes he's working in there, and he
told
was,
you to get out.
No, he was all about it.
Oh,
He was down with it.
He's down with the
but
fish
then
sando.
just the people who work at Jalapeno, they're like, "What the hell are you talking about?
What does this gringo want us to do?
You want a what?" So I guess it depends on who you ask. But yes, a taco is a taco.
I'm gonna heart Art's comment here. Art says, I think that's illegal.
Oh, putting fish in it might be, but the owner of the place thought it was a good idea, so.
Well, he's the boss, so.
He is the boss.
All right.
It's raining tacos from out of the sky. Tacos, no need to ask why. Open your mouth and close your eyes. It's raining tacos.
I think we've gone down enough rabbit holes tonight. But anyway.
That's a Perry Grip song, by the way.
Do you have anything else that you wanted to talk about?
Well, if you want to hear the It's Raining Tacos song, check it out on YouTube. And he's also got another brilliant song, Baby Monkey.
That's a good one. That's my favorite.
We featured on this show long time ago. And maybe come back to it again soon.
Baby Monkey.
Yes.
Baby monkey
riding on a pig, baby monkey. That's right. But Art, thank you for stopping by.
Thank you, Art. And
great to see you today.
Yeah.
Art,
you ran into Art just by happenstance at the car dealership, right?
I was there. I was there getting
my
my oil changed, and Art was going there on official car broker business. And yes, we ran into each other and had a brief well, not that brief. Have a great weekend.
You too, Art. Thanks.
Art and I never have a brief conversation. We have lengthy, meandering conversations that, both of us probably wish would end, but
you don't know how to put an end to it.
No, we're two guys who love to chew the fat. We chew the fat. So
right.
Yeah, all right. I'm good.
Well,
I'm good.
Thanks everybody for stopping by. Art, especially you. We hope you have a wonderful weekend.
Yes.
And
if you want to buy smart, call Art. Yes. Need a car? Give us a call. We'll tell you how to get a hold of him.
We always enjoy when you drop in and leave some comments, whether they're cool or weird or whatever.
Whatever.
We always appreciate it.
We're down for whatever.
And anybody who else who's watching, let us know in the comments, top 10 best albums of all time. What did we miss? Hope you all have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.